Vienna's strengths as a person is that she loves being around people, loves being around a group, and she doesn't judge others. She really accepts people for who they are and is very compassionate to others. Grit has helped Vienna experience childhood by giving her typical childhood experiences that we wanted Vienna to be a typical kid, doing typical things and being a part of her community, and Grit really helped us to strategize and be a part of that for Vienna. My wife and I chose Grit because they were partners in Vienna's education. Grit's values aligned with ours in that we wanted inclusion to start from home and to go out to community. We didn't know what that looked like, and so Grit was an organization that seemed to have the vision to teach us and to mentor us to be models of inclusion.
What surprised me most about being involved with Grit is that we thought we were just selecting a program for Vienna, but actually we were selecting a philosophy and values that would change Vienna's life and how we saw Vienna and how we expected other people to treat Vienna. So it's been a lifelong change for us. It was almost like a ladder of support. So Grit, instead of just being a program, was a ladder to reach us to higher goals and higher things for Vienna. What makes inclusion successful for Vienna, that Vienna is included with people that value diversity and that include her in their circle, and that when challenges come up, they're willing to problem solve and be flexible to have Vienna have a successful experience. So inclusive recreation means to us that Vienna has a chance to try all sorts of different activities and see what she would like the best, that she has a choice of what she does in her free time. Inclusive recreation also means that we have the supports to make things accessible for her and make accommodations so she can participate fully in the community programs and to make connections with her peers.
I remember Grit coming into our home and how supportive they were, how much we needed to have someone there to talk with who understood us, and to share that education, kind of be partners with us in developing our plan and our strategies for Vienna. And it was great having Grit come into our home and kind of being a part of our lives instead of going to some building and just, being educated there. It was right from our home is where inclusion started, and it was nice to have Grit come right to our home to do that. What surprised us the most about our time with Grit is how people became, lifelong supporters of Vienna and us as parents. They had a vested interest in not just in Vienna's childhood years, but in Vienna's teenage into adulthood years. We still have relationships with people from Grit, and they still mentor us. And some of the people that we've met through Grit have become, lifelong partners in helping us to be the best parents we can be for Vienna and to be supporters of inclusion for Vienna.
Grit has been a founder in our foundation of what we want to see for Vienna. And we are so glad that we chose Grit as her early childhood option. We did look at a lot, but what we liked best about Grit was how inclusive they were in the community and how they worked with parents. And they sat with us and looked at our goals first. And they were holistic in showing the whole family. So it wasn't just a program, it was how things would work daily when I'm cooking supper, when I'm at school with my older kid, when this and that and the other thing happens. So they're not just a program. They want the best outcomes for your child in every aspect. And that's what makes them special. And I think that's what makes them different than anything else I've seen. The greatest impact that Grit has done for our family is they were the founders of showing us on how valuable Vienna is as a community member. They've shown us her unique skills and talents and how she should be looked at as a community member, and that they've walked alongside us when things haven't gone well, but they've rejoiced in so many amazing things that she's accomplished in the community, and that is very precious.